Let's resupply.
Hey everyone, it's Radish and Wildcat, and we are on our way to Resupply during our 250-mile long-distance through hike of the Olympic Peninsula. If you have a long-distance hike coming up or you're thinking about doing one in the future but Resupply has you stressed out, don't worry, it's a lot easier than you imagine. You don't need to worry about all the spreadsheets and the numbers that you see online. There's a couple really simple things to keep in mind as you're resupplying.
And we're gonna show you that at a very typical grocery store called Safeway. Probably something you could find in town. We've got our empty packs and we've got 4 days of food to fill up on.
Most trail towns will have some sort of resupply option. Sometimes it's a supermarket like what we're going to, Safeway. Sometimes it's just a gas station like a Chevron. But these same principles apply no matter where you are. You might just have a little bit more limited selection than we're showing today. So the 4 things that we like to keep in mind as we're resupply shopping is weight of the food, nutritional density of the food, calories in the food, and then obviously your personal preference. What's gonna make you happy and comfortable and feel good at the end of a long day of hiking. All right, y'all, we are at Safeway, and this is how to resupply for a through hike. For breakfast with my instant coffee, I usually do some instant oatmeal individually packaged, or I do something like a complete cookie or a protein power bar. So for lunch, I usually go with some sort of wrap or pita or bagel with a spread on it and some cheese. So the spread I usually like, or at least I like right now, is hummus. It's a little bit heavy, but it's definitely worth it. It's got a lot of nutrition in it. Sometimes I swap it out for cream cheese, or if I'm feeling fancy, guacamole or avocado.
Hey Radish, how long will this last for in your backpack?
It'll last for a solid 4 to 5 days, and if you like taking high risk, longer than that. So a pro tip on cheeses: the harder the cheese, the longer it's going to last on trail. So I usually go with an Asiago, a Romano, or a Parmesan.
This is my favorite, even though it's expensive. Hey Radish, which vegetables are the best to pack out on trail?
So if you're craving some fresh produce, onions are a great thing to pack out, especially the small shallots. Green bell peppers hold up pretty well, surprisingly.
Bell peppers, yeah.
Spinach is great, but it only lasts like a day or two. And avocados are another great option too.
Carrots will last you like forever.
Carrots are also really great. I always pack some snacks to tie me over on trail during small breaks between breakfast and lunch and dinner. This is a great time to introduce some healthy snacks into your diet. When you're buying snacks for the trail, you actually have the opposite mentality that you normally do when you go to the grocery store. So instead of buying the lowest calorie density food so that you can snack on it longer, for trail you want the highest caloric density in your food so that every little bit of weight packs the most punch. Dried chickpeas or dried fruit is a great option for trail. A variety of nuts is also a really great trail snack, although for some reason I just don't really vibe with trail mixes.
This is a good snack. How do you feel about cans, Radish?
I'm not a fan of cans. They're not particularly heavy, but they add a lot of volume to your pack. So the more you can scoop it out into a plastic bag and just eat it out of a plastic bag, the better. Different types of nut butter, especially the individually packaged ones, are an awesome trail snack. Cliff bars and other protein bars are great trail snacks as well, although hikers have been known to get really sick of them really fast. If you eat meat, beef jerky or summer sausage is a great option for you as well. They also make some vegan options and some seafood options for pescatarians.
I like to pack these out because not only are they calorically dense, but chips are pretty lightweight, and I just like the way they taste.
Mios are a great way to add electrolytes and maybe a little bit of caffeine and encourage you to drink more water while you're hiking. Freezer aisle, you can skip it altogether. So for dinners, we usually do something like an instant rice, instant couscous, instant pasta with, I personally use tuna packets in it to give it some protein and make it a little bit more filling. Tuna packets are a great lightweight way to add a bunch of nutrition and calories, especially protein, to your diet on trail. If you're looking to spice up a dinner, seasoning packs are always a great option. I always pack out a little bit of hot sauce in a small plastic lightweight bottle or like a travel shampoo bottle. Aardvark is my current favorite. A lot of people like instant mashed potatoes. Wildcat, what's your take on instant mashed potatoes?
I've had a lot of them. I like to mix it with top ramen to make a ramen ball.
A great after dinner dessert option is instant hot chocolates that are individually packaged while you hang out with your friends before you all head to bed.
How do you feel about Nutella?
Nutella is my favorite after dinner dessert.
Should we get one?
Maybe 5. Ziplocs are a great way to get rid of packaging for your food before you hit the trail and to organize all your day's supplies so you don't eat it all the first day on trail.
Don't be wasteful and split up your bags with your buddies so you don't have extra.
Because remember, you have to pack out all your trash for leave no trace, so if you bring it out on trail with you, it's going to stay with you for the next week.
And if you're looking for an ultralight way to drink, look for the highest proof in a plastic bottle.
All right, this is my resupply from Forks to La Push. So it's a total of 3.5 days. So for breakfast, I have protein bars for each morning with tea and instant coffee. For second breakfast, I have hot and spicy Cheez-Its. For lunch, I have Asiago bagel, cheese with hot sauce, and some crispy onions and jalapenos to put on top. I have some dried mangoes for dessert, and I have some caffeine and B vitamin Mio Energy for a little pick-me-up after lunch. For my afternoon snacks, I have protein bars for each day, or fig bars, I guess, and these cool pocket lattes I found. They're like coffee chocolates for some more caffeine. For dinner, I have 3 dinners. I have 2 Knorrs, and I have a Kraft mac and cheese. It's the unicorn shapes, which I'm really excited about. Some flax meal to put in all of them, and a tuna packet to put in all of them. And then for dessert, I have sour Mike and Ike's, Swedish fish, some hot chocolate, and some whiskey for it too. So this is a great way to organize your resupply so you don't overeat on your first day on trail. So for each day, we just label the bag, and then inside the bag, you'll find your breakfast, your second breakfast, your lunch, your second lunch, your dinner, and of course your second dinner.
I'll show you a good example of what I eat in a day. So let's look at day 3. Sorry, this is gonna be a little crazy. So for breakfast, I have a breakfast essential and instant coffee, which is still have to get. Then I'll have like a drink, either an emergency or, gosh, some Mio or something else during the day. I have an energy little picker-upper before a hill. Lunch is gonna be some carby thing covered in a spread. I'm gonna be bougie and pack out some vegetables. I've got lots of snacks, savory and sweet, like peanut butter balls and dates, and then just chips. I've got some tuna, a bar, this is kind of a lot for the day, a piece of cheese, and then I'm gonna have 2 ramens and bell peppers for dinner with hot chocolate and whiskey for dessert. Whew, that's a lot for one day.
All right, and that, my friends, is how you resupply for your upcoming through hike. Now get out there and hike across the country.